Oh, let's see. How are we all doing today? Is this going to work for me? It should do. It should do, he says. It should. Okay. Hello, everyone. So, hello, yes. This is the reason we're late today. Someone couldn't make up his mind as whether he was coming here or not, and when he did get here, he decided he couldn't decide where he wanted to sit. So yes, we have been joined by the fluffy research assistant, and good boy, very good boy. Right. Can I actually reach the controls? Are you going to lie back on? I am basically doing everything with a mouse now, so could be entirely mouse-based control of this entire campaign. That'd be an interesting challenge, not using the keyboard at all. Because I can't reach the keyboard because there's a poodle lying across me. Being gorgeous, but being very much a poodle. Good boy. And if you're wondering if his colours or coat's changed, no, it's not. It's just we have a hoodie. Because he was getting cold. So he went and got it. I kid you not, he has a selection of cardigans and hoodies and things he can wear, and he goes and selects them. You're an interesting fluff, you really are. Hello. Good lord, that was loud. Hello, Ali Loves History. Whew. How are you doing? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, that was loud. You've been subscribed for 11 months, thank you. Nearly a year of me on Twitch. That's slightly worrying, really, in a way, but there's also, it's kind of nice, because I enjoy Twitch. It's rather fun doing these broadcasts, and answering history questions and chatting with people. It's basically my closest thing to off time during the week. So, before anyone thinks that I have suddenly got access to the keyboard and table, or I am moving actually the mouse or anything, I'm not. There's a poodle lying completely across my lap. My room is an absolute tip at the moment, but if I do that, the camera is supposed to go out, and hopefully you will see that I have a head here and a tail here. Yes. I don't know. Right then, let's zoom in because that's slightly neater. I do need to sort out the books, don't I? I do. It's just people keep buying me books at Christmas, and I get more and more books, and then I have to put them in places. Oh, that hurt. Yeah, that hurt. Okay, you want a biscuit. Okay, I will give you a biscuit. In return for that, am I allowed to actually play the game? I actually give you a biscuit if that allow me to play the game. Yes. He got sent down to keep me company because the corgi hasn't been very well. Before anyone thinks that there's anything massively wrong with the corgi, please note, it's... I would hesitate to say it wasn't his... I would always say it shouldn't be considered his fault. But, considering he managed to figure out how to open his dog food bin, and ate quite a lot of food, I am not so believing he's completely innocent of any cause. Especially as the dog food bin required him figuring out how to get up from the floor to the side, onto the side, and open the bin. I know. You haven't managed to do that, and you're 3 times his size. You're gorgeous, though. You're just slightly more motivated by things other than... Oh, you want lap time again? Oh, thank you. Hello, yes. Is there a reason for this onslaught of attention? This whacking off of my headphones. Ow! Ooh! That's a part which hurts. That's a part which is connected to nerves. We've been over this. Oh. We've been over this. We really have been. Oh. Right then. So let's see. What were you doing? Who was I at war with? Very advanced. Ship. Let's see. Politics. How's that going? I'm not at war with anyone. Am I really not at war with anyone? Oh. Don't worry. Before anyone thinks that the poodle is just, you know, gone back to being a super well-behaved fluff right now. No, he's managed to get himself as close to where the biscuits are being stored as physically possible, and is currently examining them from very close range. And his view is he would like to finish off the entire box of biscuits. Let's see. No. Unwise CS6. Not sure what you're offering, but no. I have a YouTube channel. That's what I'll promote if I have to promote something, but it's I don't really need to do that. It's doing okay. I'm happy with it. I'd like it to have more, but I'm happy with it. Hello, Dr. Trophonius. How is everyone? Edaigum. Right then. So where was I? Ah, yes. I was checking how much is my oil production per year. I think, well, Italy's doing quite well. Italy's on 455,000, so they're on that. My oil production is tiny. The Americans and Italians are better than me. Okay, fine. How much better than me are the Americans than are the Italians than the Americans? Oh, the Italians are better than anyone else in the world. Oh, good. Where are the Italians getting their oil from? Time to start annoying the Italians. I'm not at war with anyone, so the Italians will do. Anyone know where the Italians are getting their oil from? No, that's France. That's France. That's Italy. That's Italian Africa. They control south of that. Historically, that was British, so how'd I got that? Zero oil production. So where's the oil production coming from? Where is their oil production coming from? Zero. Where is all the Italian oil coming from? Because they claim to have a lot of it. So where be it coming from? I'm looking at all the historically oil producing areas. I know where the American oil is coming from. Well, that's Mexico. That's oil. So I know where the Americans are producing oil. And I know where Canada gets its oil from. Anyone know where Italy's getting its oil from? That's Egypt, not Italy. Yeah, I also thought it came from Oliver's, but apparently, according to this game, they're getting a lot of oil from somewhere, and I want to know where. Mainly because I want to take it off them, but that's because I'm cruel. You're modding the naval system in Hearts of Iron 4. Well, that is fun. Actually, please keep on doing that, because me and Garrus the Brit keep talking about doing a Hearts of Iron game, and doing that, and continuing the Carrier game, which we started as well before we went away. And we're sort of going. We want it to be suitably naval. Well, rather, I want it to be suitably naval. Oh, caramba, what do I want to do? What do I need? I've got internal production coming, that's fine. Small guns, not really bothering me. Shells, explosives, all lovely. Torpedo propulsion. Rangefinders could be good, and a control system stations. Yeah, it would be nice. Be very nice today. Good boy. Just checking you're okay. Just checking you're okay. Hello, Blackbird71. Now, the question I have to answer in this scenario, really, at the moment, is where is Italy getting all its oil from? Because they're producing more oil than anyone else in the game. And how can I take that oil? I'm not really worried about Russia. At the moment, I probably might actually take them out in the next 5 minutes. I'm not sure. Have I taken out China? Yeah, I have taken out China. Mainly because they kept declaring war on me. It was a really weird scenario. Hello, Guardswood14. How are you doing today? How is everyone doing today? It's a Sunday morning. How are you doing? It's a Sunday morning for me. Oh, one thing I will say is, Happy Christmas to everyone who's an Orthodox Christian, because, as I remember it, Orthodox Christians are today. They celebrate their Christmas today. So, Happy Christmas to them. I have a friend who's Orthodox, and so they always send me Happy Christmas on the 25th of December, and I always send them Happy Christmas on the 7th of January, because I think it's today. But I have to admit, I usually do. I have a system which goes off and tells me. Rather, I remember to make sure I set a system to go off and tell me. I've got the research sign, politics. I'm not at war with anyone. I'm far too friendly with the Italians. How am I going to start a war with them? They love me. The Italians think I'm God. I mean, I could probably start a war with the Americans, but the Italians are so much easier. Like 79 ships. Admittedly, the American fleet is 303 ships, and including nearly 600 submarines. I mean, it's fun. Yeah. Italy loves me. I can't... Where are they getting their oil from, though? That's what I want to know. Where are they getting their oil? Because they're getting nearly 500,000 barrels of oil. Where Persia's owned by Persia. So they're not. That's not source war. I could always take Persia. Let's see. What's their? Who are they allied with? Who has Persia as a friend? Who's applying to Bulgaria? The Germans are supplying. Oh. Oh. By the way, for anyone wondering what Germany is Western Germany. And, that's it. That's France, Southern Germany. Eastern Germany is me. Western Poland is me. Bohemia isn't me, but Eastern Poland is. That's... Poland controls Prussia. Before anyone thinks I took this off the Poles, I didn't. I took it off the Germans. Ill in bed. You're right, it is today. I went to sleep alone and woke up with a woman in my bed. And watching a video of the black-bone kangaroo. There are worse ways to wake up, my friend. There are worse ways to wake up. It's always helpful to know the person, but, you know, there are still worse ways to wake up. Okay, so I don't think I've really had a war with France yet, have I? Hull construction. Ooh, good. Negative 4%. Ooh, that'd be useful. So basically, the essence of this game is to try and build the most powerful ships you can with the least flaws you can. That's good. I'm glad someone's checking on you when you're ill, guys, with 14, because it's not nice being ill and alone. Yeah, I'll let them build one. Yeah, let them order it. I'll let them order some Achilles class. I don't think I'm building Achilles class. What am I building? I'm building Cardiff class. They're expensive, but nice. Oh, I have some I do have to build some battleships at some point, but where are my Lion class? Ooh, they're not there. Not there. I'd open Scarpa Flow. Oh, they are. Right, and who am I preparing for? Who do I think I should go to war against next? Relationship-wise, honestly, I'm having the most trouble with the actually, let's go politics relationship-wise. I'm having the most trouble with the Russians. Okay. Is there anywhere I can invade of Russia that is actually naval? Oh, Russia! You shouldn't have. You gave me a present. You got back Crimea in southern Russia. Okay. Okay, I'm going to cancel that for a bit. I'm going to go to research. And I need to make that my maximum. Leave the control station there. Ooh. Negative 4% to engine weight. Oh, you're so getting invested in. My experience, Guardsman 14, nice is the most important part. Nice is always the important part. I like Unrest being where it is. I have tons of naval prestige, so I don't give a flying hoot about that. But this will add Soviet Union. I'm asked if the Soviet Union are a potential adversary. Oh, dude, I will keep adding to the pressure with the Soviet Union because, let's be honest, I need to go. If I'm going to get my oil up, the best place for me to take is southern Russia. So there you go. That comes with oil. Not much oil, but enough to make a difference. And there's no oil from us there, but if I take both those with naval invasions, then I'm good. And I'll let the army... Well, the army should be able to manage Kazakhstan. After all, they have Central Russia. And they have Xinjiang to come from. Yeah. Should work. What about the Blackburn B-20? I thought you were just watching the Blackburn Lion. I seem to remember, as someone mentioning, you saying earlier. Oh, Kangaroo. Blackburn Kangaroo. The Blackburn Kangaroo is an interesting aircraft. It really is an interesting aircraft. Hello, Jonathan Moon. I expect submarines to become a major problem for me. Or rather, someone to try and make submarines a major problem for me at some point. After all, I have 600 of the things, so frankly, they should be making a problem for me. Well, the cage masks technically come before the Blackburn. So you could say the Blackburn is the worst looking thing since cage masks. But you can't really the other way around. Robert Nikelev? want to start maximising my fleet sizes, so yeah, I need that. Let's up the boiler design for a bit. Okay. Lion. 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 So that's 4 Lion class. 10,980 crew. That should be enough of fleet. And let's go to ship design and let's start upgrading our ship, because I think we do need to upgrade them. There are some... this is why I always use clarification. The Blackburn is the ugliest aircraft to go to sea on a carrier. Let's go to... Ooh. Let's see if we can upgrade this design a bit. Let's see what we can do to upgrade it. Ooh, I like this design. I didn't misremember this one. I liked this. So how can we make this better? Refit. That. So, enhanced reloading, anything else I can do to upgrade that? Top of range capitalistic shells, yeah. Up that to Hydro 2. And radio direction finding, definitely. Can out the guns. Oh, I can up their length. They're 13.5-inch guns. So, that range is 30,000 meters. 35,000 meters. ROP range 32.8, high explosive range. Yeah, I'm sticking under 13.5-inch guns. Well, I think that's an useful increase. Um, and I think that's a useful increase. I'm not sure about all of you, but I think that adds something to the general character of the things. And engine efficiency. At 142%. Does it need to be induced anymore? Becoming natural. Oh, that's saving weight. Um, Up the main deck to 10 inches. Up the main belt to 18. That's 17.9. That'll do. That will do. Up the inner belt to 6 inches. That's looking nice. Oh, that's looking more difficult. That's more problematic. That's an issue. That's fine. That prevents fire spreading. I'd say I want that, want that. Quite like all of that, actually. So let's see. What can we do? What can we do to reduce the weight of you? That can go down to 6 inches, Sanders. Doesn't take off much, but I just like you losing it. Take the reinforced bulkheads down to anti-torpedo down to 2. So it's the armor. And that's really giving it a heavier armor. Ah, that'll be why. Second in a deck. So, let's see if I can get back any of these things. Overall, I'm happy with that. Refit time is going to be a year. DB10 Leo 20 127. It's my. I also seen this Leo 130. That was that. How's that get covered? Oh, that's fine. I don't want to build it. I want to upgrade to it. Yeah, it's going to be a major refit. But don't worry, I'm going to refit about a dozen at a time. The idea being to get as powerful a fleet into service as quickly as possible. Yes, it's got enough 6-inch guns to really make you cry. It's also got enough 13.5-inch guns to make you cry, to be honest. 12, 13.5-inch guns is a fairly decent amount of firepower. Proceed. And now let's go to the Canada 2. And let's view that. And let's upgrade it, shall we? Oh, this looks good. I remember this ship. I like it. Let's refit. I liked this ship. Ah, that's good. I need better boilers. I really do. Twelve, 15-inch guns. That will do. I've got 2,000 tons to play with. I wonder if I can make them faster. I can make them faster. Oh. Oh. That'd be cool. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go through and see what you're like. Where's the weight coming from? We have got weight on there, but not massively. Wait, leave it at 32 knots. Let's see if that. 32 knots is still pretty fast. And that means I'm only 200 tons over. Okay. 200 tons is not, in the scheme of things, a lot of weight. Where is my 200 tons coming from? Half weight's fine, pitch is fine, roll is fine. What can I save 100 tons on? Or what can I buy 100 tons with? $200 tons. What can I buy 200 tons with? That buys me more than 200 tons. That gives me 100 tons over. What can I then spend 100 tons on? "18-inch main deck, 18-inch main belt." Honestly, this ship is glorious. Yeah, I'm leaving this ship as it is. Will I be doing a fictional carrier for April Fools? There's all sorts of options for what I do for April Fools. Hello, Paul. I'm getting there. I think I'm almost recovered. It's one of those things. If once you get a viral infection, it just lasts. Admittedly, though, I do currently have a poodle doing biological warfare on me. That was a silent but deadly. Oh my god, that was a silent but deadly. Oh, you have no idea. Seriously, what are we feeding you? What are we feeding you? Oh, good lord. See, I might buck the trend and not do an actual joke content for April Fools and actually do something which is very serious content. I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about April Fools. Oh. I'm spending a huge amount of money on refitting ships at the moment. And I like it. Mainly because my view is always upgrade your ships when you can. Always upgrade the ships when you can. I've added on weights, but they've increased my torpedo spotting range, they've increased my anti-submarine warfare effective, and they've increased my defense power versus submarines. And that's useful. The Ottoman Empire are regaining control of Kuwait. I'm less keen on that. I have a lot of submarines around the southern coast of the UK and here. Okay, let's go see who France is at war at and see if it's anyone interesting. France at war with the Soviet Union, I'm guessing. Or Germany. They have no minor allies. How do they have no minor allies? It's the best thing to have minor allies. My budget is short. I don't really care. For reasons of I have lots of naval funds and I will sort out the budget when I've stopped building things, and I will then start getting rid of things at some point. But at the moment I've got enough money that I frankly don't really have to worry about it, and part of that budget is the fact I'm constructing constructing a light cruiser fleet because I had no light cruisers. No, it is just as good. The game does not instantly enter a Washington Treaty style situation, because currently my fleet would be... None of them are Washington Treaty compliant. I think I have 16.5-inch battleships in service. Let's go check on research. That's boilers coming through. Big guns have not come through. Rangefinders and that. Don't need that. I'm going to relax on that for a bit because that's become less urgent. So I'm going to focus on those things. Actually, no, I'm going to focus on those. Because I like big guns and I cannot lie. I like big guns and I cannot lie. I like big guns. Also, I have to say, my whole point is to get the 16.5-inch guns as capable as I can make them, as quickly as I can make them. Because 16.5-inch guns are, to me, the perfect balance point. And I'm pretty much sure that's... I have a firm belief that's where the Royal Navy would have ended up. I think the Americans might have ended up with the 16 inches being their balance point, just because of liking it. Woohoo! Let's see. Do I want this? War the Soviet Union, finally. Finally. Hello. Okay. Oh, good lord. Hello. Oh, you're gorgeous. You're so fluffy poodle. Oi! Oh! Oh, good lord. Oi! All this to try and get to the biscuit supply. All this to try and get to the biscuit supply. You'll break your papa to try and get to the biscuits. Aye. Ah. Oh. Oh. Being able to mine and invade minor nations would be very helpful. Yes. The fluffy research assistant is in presence today. Ugh. And he's currently elbowing me in the neck! That's a move which you don't usually use unless you want to take someone down hard. And you have a very bony elbow. I'm losing! I'm losing the fight! I have lost control of my office to a fluffy poodle. What are you looking for? Oh! 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 You know you hurt me when you do that sometimes. These parts do have nerves attached to them. Thank you. Oh, I'm losing the fight from my office. Yeah, you can have a biscuit. Oh, don't tell your mummy that your papa's such a pushover. Really, don't tell your mummy no, you're not getting the fluffy torpedo either. You're not getting the fluffy torpedo. I need that. I use that for teaching. But that's all you're getting in that book. Yes, that's all you're getting. You're having to go on a diet soon because you're going to get Porky Boy. Oh, I never win the arguments with a dog. Ah, yes. This fleet is going in. I honestly don't think there's anything the Soviet Union has that can actually deal with that. War starting. Hopefully I'll be able to invade them the next month. Oh, you go down there. Oh. Look, stop acting like you've only just realised the source of my food in my office is my fridge. You're not allowed these. You're definitely not allowed these. These are raisins. No, the rest of the stuff in here is iron brew. Gotta stock that up again. Oh. So, this is what I do like about this game now. It's because I'm very good friends with France, Italy, and Japan. They're blockading the Soviet Union because I'm at war with them. Okay, we're becoming an ally, but don't expect me to always back you up. These are my new battleships, aren't they? Can't remember how capable these ships are. I'm sure they're fairly capable. Let's go see how capable. Oh. All forward. With 6 destroyers. Capable of doing plus 30 knots. Oh, oh, this looks sexy. Oh, oh, I like this. I designed a good-looking ship. I designed a very good-looking ship. Mm-hmm. Let's see if we find this light cruiser, shall we? I can't help but notice that the destroyers aren't keeping up with me. Ah, that's probably because the destroyers are actually slowed on the battleship. Gate, remind me to redesign my destroyers. I have to go and rebuild my destroyer forces. The battleships are now too fast for them. Oh, that can only happen in a game. In real life, someone would have gone, "Sir, yes, we're going to need faster, but..." Oh. We're already in 6-inch gun range? No, yeah. Oh, please tell me you're not going to try and fight you. Because, actually, that's actually hilarious. You are brave. You are certainly brave, but I think there was also a possibility of slight insanity going on. I'm not surprised the battle's over. That was a 1890s vintage light cruiser just came face to face with 4 definitely 1920s battleships plus destroyers. I must be little more destroyers. If I can make a destroyer design that actually worked and I was happy with it, I'd build it. At the moment, I'm trying to figure out how to make a decent light cruiser design in this game. All you need is a ballasting button. You need to be able to ballast the vessel. I think that's the only way you can do it. You need to be able to ballast the ship. I think that, you know, that's the sort of thing. If you can't put more armor on the ship, because what I'm currently doing is using deck armor and belt armor to basically ballast the design and make it work within design. You need to have an actual ballast button you can play. I think that's what I would like to see in it. Choose province. Oh. I'm gonna go for Southern Russia. I think I might have enough tonnage in that battle fleet alone to invade both Crimea and Southern Russia at the same time, because apparently I need 60,000 tons to invade it. And there are 4 battleships in there, which I think are all way a bit more than that. Sweet. I don't know. That's the trouble. I keep building the biggest and best battleships I can, and that kind of takes some of the fun out of the game, because sometimes the game's going, "You need 60,000 tons to invade us," and I'm going, it's like one battleship. Anyway, how is everyone today? So I have 300,000 tons in that, and yeah. Let's go for politics for invasion. I wonder if I can do a second aside of segment this turn already. No. Oh, right, I've got 2 more battle fleets turning up into shortly. Oh, is that Russian battleship coming out to fight me? I don't think it is. That's just sad. You have Sunday and Friday off in next week. I would again like to lead this fight. There would have been no transports. Ooh, gas turbine propulsion's come. Where is Conquest? Cape Verde. Let's see. How many ships is needed? I need 14,000 tons and... Well, we'll see what we'll do. We'll see what... What we have there, we'll see what we can do. Naval invasion. Crimea. Yes, I am going to try and invade 2 places with 1 fleet. I have got more fleets coming, though, in my defence, so I'm not being completely terrible. And my monthly balance is back in the black. Certainly earning the money. It's no longer in the red. I'm currently shipbuilding capacity. I am kind of over capacity, but that's mainly through refitting ships rather than anything else. So yeah, that happens. The burn. She did 47 years longer than most of our own characters like Ark Royal, Courageous, Illustrious, Formidable, Indomitable, Furious. I think he meant Implacable and Indefatigable. No, I think it shows how much the French needed her to do the job she was doing. Also, couldn't be bothered to change her. You're working on the colonization of the Jupe system, Vanilla Plus, but the structures and vessels are stock. Okay. Oh, the Mark 15, Mark II guns have come in. Let's see if I can be invading 2 places with 1 fleet. Jewel, a gas giant with 5 moons. Okay. So, which system, which game? Because, in the nicest way, a gas giant will not be sitting in space on its own. It usually will have at least, well, as far as we know, they don't. We haven't yet found any really sitting in the space on their own, but there is all sorts of interesting questions about some of the nebulae, etc. But leaving that to one side, usually you'd find a star nearby there. Oh, I'm now invading both with 1 fleet. And that's got 100% chance of success, and that's got 100% of chance of success, and the only fleet doing it is this one fleet of 4 battleships and 6 destroyers. Okay. And, yeah. Whereas I've sent 70,000 tons there. That's just wrong. It's terrible. I should not be so rude to them. All of you, go over there. I'm sending HMS Warspite. And you all to there. That should make it a point. Kerbal system. KSP. Ah, cool. I can understand why. Let's be honest. If you were in any of the moons of Jupiter and dealing with Jupiter's whole impact on you, that would feel pretty much like its little own little space of space in space, if that makes sense. Currently having fun. If those of you who watch my YouTube channel will know that last night's video came out late, but that's because I've re-recorded like the second half of it about a dozen times. And other sections of it as well. Although I managed to keep it mostly to a black t-shirt, so it's more difficult for people to know, even though they're different t-shirts, exactly what t-shirt I'm wearing. And sort of which day necessarily it is. And talking a lot about reserves, and it's opening up some interesting discussions. And what I'm realizing is that Special Army operations, please note. The army is supporting me in their operations, but I'm likely to get Southern Russia on my own without them. And I've got Cape Verde now. Not sure if that's useful or, you know, did I really want Cape Verde, but I have Cape Verde. I'm now back to building 584,587 tons out of 560,000 tons, which is not a lot over. Should be soon, I'll leave it. Actually, that's an interesting thing for this game. Could you make a reserve element to it? Because the moment you have an active ship fleet, refit and building, etc., but you almost want to be able to save money by putting ships into ordinary and when you don't need them, and then activating them for war when you do need them by mobilizing reserves. Oh good, I found more oil. Fight to the end. I'm moving in closer to there. But no, politics-wise, that must be changing my economics a bit. Oil production per capita. 65,616 barrels. Per capita. America and Italy are still doing good on that one. But it could be because of the sheer population I have. Because currently I think I have roughly 1 billion people I can call on. Which does make others feel a little bit problematic. Also, I seem to be a living... Well, I would say with the only one which is not in just in 3 digits, the only naval prestige which is in 4 digits, I think I might be the equivalent of a living naval god as far as the world's concerned in this scenario. Probably I am something absolutely obscene. But I've got 10 provinces, 17 provinces, that's 30 provinces, 42 provinces. Okay, so the rest of the world between them has got 89 provinces. I have 143. You know when I say the world is not enough, I think I am aiming for world governance in this game. I think that's what I'm aiming for. Governance of the world. Oh, we've also taken Kazakhstan. Thank you, Army. No, we haven't. That's still Russian controlled. That's annoying. Army, take Kazakhstan! Why can't you direct the army in this game? You're the Navy. In Britain's case, they are a shell to be fired by the Navy. I want to fire them at Kazakhstan, but it won't let me. Gonna wait till I've built all my light crews, and I'm gonna build a new battleship. It's fine. Well, that would be an interesting concept, but there's no way of showing what each nation has in reserve and how quickly they can become operational. You see, that's the thing. There is a metric, because if you consider in the Finances tab, you have those options of what to fund. And I'll show that in a second once I've got through all this and it's finished producing the new ships. We're into Finances. So you've got true training, transport capacity, tech budget. You can also have reservist budget. So reservist budget, you know, tells you how it gives you is a combination, and you could even have reserve budget and reserve crew training. So how many are you decide how many you're training, and you decide what kind of nick the ships are being kept in, which you've designated as being reserve, how well they are being maintained. I think it's possible to do it. I think it would add a layer of complexity and extra to this game in terms of gameplay. Interesting layer. Don't need that. Do I want hull protection? Do I want turret mechanisms? I can leave that. Hull protection I can leave there. Mines I want as quickly as possible. Well, Guys of 14, again, you'll have, if you've listened to the video, you'll hear I do actually make a comment about that, because it does to bring the reserve ships concept of World War 1 to mind. It does seem rather appropriate to talk about in context of that. And the reality, I would say, is this. We have a fundamental issue in this country in that we don't know how to resource things. Or rather, governments don't. It's interesting. It's a case of, should the ships be put into reserve? Should they be put into ordinaries? There are lots of offers, or there are lots of options, I would argue, than necessarily scrapping a ship. Because once you scrap a ship, it's very difficult to get them to replace numbers. And yes, the problem for the Royal Navy is they have the Type 26 program, Type 31 program, and they're trying to do all the resource-heavy deployments which are currently coming on because they're being committed everywhere, here, there, and there, all over the place. And the thing is, there is no quick, easy fix. And you can tell that by the fact that they are making that the government is making some very penny smart, pounds foolish decisions. Crimea will soon be mine. Then I control a rather large chunk of the world. At which point I no longer care if I'm at war with Russia or not, because I don't think I do any more naval invasions of Russia. Politics, let's go see if I can do another naval invasion of Russia. There's no place I can improve. I can... Oh. Why does Germany have good relations with me? I have done nothing but be terrible to them. And I mean really terrible to them. I have been absolutely abysmal to Germany. Mainly because they attacked me when I was in the middle of fighting someone else and I just didn't like it. But why do they now love me? Why does everyone really quite like... Nice way, the only ones who don't like me are the... Why is it that I am so popular? I do nothing for these people! In fact, I spend most of my time insulting their navies and telling them they have terrible ships. Why do they suddenly all like me? Why? I'm not even sure I like me in this game. I like the ships I designed, they're gorgeous. Well, one of the ships which they're talking about, they're apparently going to scrap, is 14 months into a refit. And yes, there is some good arguments of people going, well, you know, by the time it comes out as a refit, we're going to have the Type 26s coming in service, Type 31s. Can we deal with it? Can we macro it? And they are all right. But the question is, why are we selling it? Why, when we're refitting it, why aren't we not sticking it as the first member of the reserve squadron? And giving, you know, setting up a reserve force? I would argue the problem with the structure is that ever since the Cold War, people have got obsessed with new and don't think about reserve forces. and you need to honestly try and reframe the argument. Um, you're going to there, and you, my gloriously winning fleet of lions, my wonderful lion class, you are going to come and go and sit in Plymouth. Because I need to upgrade your destroyers. Oh, yeah, I'm now back to fine. I'm refitting 6 ships, and yeah, I'm guessing my finances are going to be in best order ever. Let's go to ship design. Let's go look at my destroyers. I'm gonna have to go look at my destroyers, aren't I? I'm gonna presume they're swallows. There are swallows or swifts. The assault ships one is it's iffy. There are all sorts of rumours being put out, but that one seems to have come from a source which wishes it was so, because it means something's there. You have to remember at the moment there's all sorts of discussion going over a whole armed forces funding, and some of the things you hear coming out from places are not the truth. They're really not the truth. And I don't mean that in a sort of nasty way. I mean that in a... They are sometimes putting things out, floating there to see what the response is going to be, in the hope that that means they can do that rather than losing what they're worried about losing. And whilst I can, to an extent, understand their wish, it's not helpful in the slightest. That's a 2-inch, isn't it? That's a 2-inch. I really need some twin guns for these things, but that should do. That's taking me overweight, so I need to figure out how to reduce weight. Because I'd really like to keep those at 21-inch torpedoes. That's sort of out, that one. Let's help with that. Okay. Range 9.5 kilometers. That's not that far. I think I'm going to have to build some new ones, aren't They don't... honestly... It's penny smart, pound foolish. That's the thing. Let's see if I can build a decent destroyer. Oh, I'd love to build... I wonder if I can build that as a destroyer. I can build a battleship which is balanced. Trouble is, no, with the torpedoes... Although that'll be a thing. No. Oof. We want 32 in terms of speed. Standard quarters. Double geared turbines, definitely. Let's see what we can make you into. Let's see what we can make in terms of a destroyer. going to be an interesting looking ship in terms of operations. It's not fitting. The chip is as fat as it can be, and it's not fitting. Okay, that's starting to look like a British destroyer. A bit like a British destroyer. I'll move that around a little bit. Looks as ugly as anything this ship does. Let's make a candle, and let's go to 1700 tons again. Okay, now that's... Okay, let's see what we can do with this then. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? We want that to be as long range as possible. So that's 70 tons differential now. Engine efficiency is a massive. Well, that'll do it. It's looking more Japanese than it is British, but it's not necessarily a bad design. I've still got to lose 40 tons. Anyone got any idea of where I should lose 40 tons from? Don't lose me 40 tons. That might. Second down to 2. That's 25 tons now. That's not helping. So what can I lose to lose 25 tons? Double hull makes more sense for my destroyers. I lose them so quickly otherwise in fights. Do I need increased or should I go with standard? Well, she's firing 12. How many reloads does she go with torpedoes? Torpedoes, torpedoes, torpedoes. Weapons. How many reloads? Weight gain that costs ammunition. So that's currently, depth charges. Where's torpedoes? That's 505 tons. 346 tons. 266 tons. So that's 120 tons more. Increased loadout probably gives me another salvo. It's an extra 25 tons, but if I go with standard, I've got 100 tons more I can use for other things. That should do it. Only 1,600 tons. Secondary tower is needed. The secondary tower is needed, isn't it? Where am I going to stick the secondary tower? Offset 7.2%. That shouldn't have too much forward. Because I can add more armor to the front at the moment. So I can do that. And then I can spread out the torpedoes a bit more to give them more space. Can I put any more 2-inch guns in here? Nope. That'll do. That will do. Do you play Naval Action Age of Sail? I do play Age of Sail, but not usually online. And hello, little fluffy cloud. And hello, Pillow. Kicking Admiral Beatty out there through 40 tons of ego. That would be 40 tons of ego. I wonder if I can get that up to 34 knots. Now that's exactly 1700 tons. I will take that design. That's Nessus. Now let's see if we can build some of these. Let's see how many of these we can actually build.
If I remember correctly, they're 1,700 tons, right? And I have a capacity of... Do I do it? Do I really wind this game up? Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna wind this game up so much, it's just gonna be absurd. I am basically doing the thing which allows me to almost break the game. As Britain. Right, I should have enough destroyers at the end of this. And I should also have an active fleet of of nearly 1,100 ships. Nicest way, the Royal Navy of World War II would be looking at me and going, "We love you." The US Navy of World War II would be looking and going, "Where did you get them all?" Oh. It's always fun to build a lot of destroyers. It does make life a lot of fun. Soviet Union has been dissolved due to losing all its ports. Take Kazakhstan, British Army. I want the oil supplies. You have both Xinjiang, and I wouldn't mind Kyrgyzstan as well, because Kyrgyzstan has oil as well. So I want you to take, basically, British Army, do me a favour, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, I want them all. I want them all. I want all the oil. I need to have more oil, because, frankly, I need to run my fleets. So, finances, how are my finances doing? I'm probably expecting to be in reverse. Yeah, I'm current at that. I'm going to build up more. Let's get my tonnage up more. Let's be able to build more. One of the things I always find strange is they basically treat it as if I only have 3 yards of maximum shipyard side is 280,000 tons, and I can basically build, you know, have pretty much have 3 of them. And it's a case of I would have more than that. My shipbuilding capacity would be far greater. My shipyard size would be much greater as well. Yeah. Politics, let's consider who is my least likely to... Well, at the moment, I am the naval leader of the most beloved nation on the earth. And I'm sure that doesn't have anything to do with the fact that I have more ships than everyone else combined. And I mean, the next greatest to me is the French, who have a lot of cruisers. I will say that, they do have a lot of cruisers. But they have 31 battleships and battle cruisers, and I have 62 battleships. They have 131 cruisers, I have 59. They have 184 light cruisers, I have 100. They have 102 destroyers, I have 193 destroyers. They have 67 torpedo boats. I have 580 submarines. Am I allied with France? I suppose that should be the next one I should probably cancel the alliance with. I'm not. The only one I'm not allied with is Germany, and frankly, I wouldn't mind curb stomping Germany at this point, because honestly, that then removes a problem for me, and also gets me some oil. If I take Western Germany, that gives me a far better position to deal with the French, and it means I then have control of both sides of the Kiel Canal, and that's useful. I like having control of both sides of the Kiel Canal. So, politics-wise, I'm probably going to increase tensions with them. They're hated by everyone else, so honestly, me causing trouble them is actually going to improve my relationships even more with the other people. Oh, good lord. If I do this, I'm probably going to end up being crowned world king by this game or something like that. Admiralissimo of the world. That's what I'll be. Let's see. Big guns, we don't need to do anymore. Oh, forging wouldn't be mind. That would be quite good. And that. How long is it going to take me to build these ships? Oh, about 6 months. That's easy. Let's go with, yeah. They're in the Aegean, the Yellow Sea, all those ones. Let's scrap them. I have an unrest of 1.2 across 144 provinces. I thought I had more than that now. I probably do. Has the army been losing some promises for me? In which case I will have to go sort it out. The US are discovering some tactics. They've got 1,700-ton destroyers now. It's useful for them. Should the other nations... The other nations possibly should respond to my massive shipbuilding, but the fact is... The problem is I have so much of it that if they start responding, I will probably... I will... The only one who's in a position to respond to me theoretically is France. And again, I've always been able to justify it because I've been at war. And whilst they could respond, it's kind of like at the moment with the world responding to America. America has so many resources, so much funding going into its defense programs that frankly you're dealing with something which is beyond your ability to fund it. I have control of northern Spain. Portugal is an old friend of mine. There is a control by France, which I don't agree with France controlling because I put a lot of effort into getting them. But they managed to sneak in and sneak it. Terrible. Switzerland is fine. Austria is Austria. Slovenia is Slovenia. Hungary is Hungary. Hungary is ungoverned territory, apparently. Bosnia is Bosnia. Serbia is also ungoverned territory. How did Serbia just ally with someone if they're ungoverned territory? I don't know about this, but we will find out. We will find out. So how many questions do you think Knight 681 will have this evening? This could be an option for the prize for a prize in the future. It could be. I have got a thing. I'm going to be doing a couple of competitions in this sort of period. Now I've got through Mum's mostly better. All the things I can start actually putting some effort into planning these things and doing them properly. And that's the important thing to me. I want to do it properly. But I think Nigeria could probably have about a few hundred dozen, you know, possibly 100 or so questions. Alliance brewing between Britain and France. They broke the France has broken the alliance with me. I'm traumatized. Why would they break their alliance with me? Do they not love me? Was I not being kind to them? Thing is, they start refitting 4 ships, and they break their alliance with me. That's really not a good position. Straight politics. France, it's down to 0. Increase attention. Advanced battleship funnels. That's quite good. Mm-hmm. Now, the interesting thing is, he has Knight Signature is a wonderful. How do I put this? Okay, Knight Signature has a massive capacity for learning about things and studying them, and really, really puts a lot of passion into trying to develop the very best he can do. In terms of questions. I think they'll be ready shortly. I don't think this was a good time for France to do this because they're about 4 months away from being constructed, and Army put about 6 of them in Plymouth. They've not got much of a speed advantage over the battleships, but they've got enough they should be able to keep up with them. France is laying down a load of light cruisers. That's good for them. Oh. My merchant cruisers have now got better guns and torpedo launchers. I want it. We're getting internals protection. What's it coming from? Oh, I want that. I want that. And the boilers. That's giving me a new funnel, isn't it? Battleship tunnels. Yeah, I'll take those all. I will admit that sometimes when I go through those questions, when they come through, I am looking at them and thinking, I can answer this in two ways. I can say I need to go away and do a lot of research, because that's a question which can require a very fulsome response. Or I can give it a quick response, which will be... They're both accurate. This is going to sound strange. They're both accurate, but one has has a lot of detail in it, and is a massively thought through conclusion and argument and discussion. And one is a response based on on my previous learning. Oh yes, you always have to. This is why I do try and follow policy. There's no such thing as a stupid question, because there really isn't. There are sometimes questions where people are asking to be absolute but there's no such thing as a stupid question, because the odds are, if someone's asking a question, then there's more than them need to know it. I always love it, because I once had this conversation with a lecturer, and we were talking because they've been watching me in my class, and they were basically saying, well, you know, there was one student who kept asking questions, and so, you know, they must not be that smart. You know, that must be fun to deal with. And I went, no, they're the only one in the room who's actually realised the fact that they're adults, that if they need the information, the only way they can get it is if they ask the questions, and it's better to ask the question and take the perception hit from a group of people who you might not see ever again in your life after you leave university, and get the knowledge so you get a better grade, so when you leave the university, you have the better skills, you have the better knowledge, you have the better grades, the better references to go on to your job, to the job market. It's, if in doubt, answer the question. Why would aircraft land from the sun, not about? Actually, traditionally, they did actually learn both ways. But once you start structuring up the carrier and you start focusing it around, and you have to be sailing into the wind to help aircraft land and take off, provide a wind over deck, it makes it easier for the carrier to be going forwards, and for therefore them then land on stern. But theoretically, if the carrier was going in reverse as similar level of speed as it was going forward, they could land the same way. They could land the other way around. But especially once you have catapults and things and everything structured in, it's just easier to land the way they are. Submarines. Oh, mine laying submarine number 3. I want that. I want it. I like mine-laying submarines. As we all know, I do have a love of mine-laying submarines. I'm just going, Alex, you can't order any more submarines. Why not? I can order a lot more submarines. If I want to. No idea what that's researching mode. No idea what that's researching mode. No, I enjoy this. I enjoy doing what I consider both the Twitch stream, Brew Ships, and all these things to be. I consider them to sort of be history outreach in that, yeah, you know, it's me making myself available for people to ask questions. And if it's helpful, if it answers those questions and helps them with their interest in naval history, that's great. Should be nearly time for the first radar. Mm-hmm. If I was France, I would really, really, really be trying to avoid war with Britain right now. The sheer number of submarines sitting this side of the coast is quite disturbing. Formidable, Lion, Magnificent, Triumph. Four, six. Don't you? So they've now got 6 top-of-the-line destroyers. Actually keep them safe. I haven't started a blockade yet because we're not technically at war yet. I'm giving peace a chance, Paul. I'm giving peace a chance. Oh, cute. Not really so worried about that. I don't think... I'm hoping the alliance with the Americans doesn't break down as quickly. I don't want to end up fighting all 3 of them. But I think I probably could, but I'd prefer not to.
Improved triple turrets. That's good. I know. You're reminding me it's lunchtime, isn't it? I have a poodle currently reminding me it's lunchtime. So I will be going shortly. Because the poodle will never forget it's lunchtime. The poodle never forgets it's lunchtime. I know, people think because you're a poodle you don't eat. When actually, you are as much of a belly on legs, a tummy on legs, as your brother is. And your brother's a corgi. Hello, gorgeous. Good boy. What are you looking for? You're sniffing for biscuits again. You are, aren't you? Yes, you are. Right. No, I'm hoping they build a burn in the Normandy. Oh, I am after Total World Empire, but it's let's put it this way. One of the things I've noticed in this game, if I want to reduce unrest, I have to make sure I'm the one declared war on. So I always want to bait the opponent into declaring war on me. I want to bait them into attacking me. So, yeah, that's the plan. And submarines, we're going to go for... Take care, Jonathan. See you in a bit. Let's go for... Yeah. My active fleet is fairly decent. I think I'm going to be fighting a war soon. So I was thinking of getting rid of some submarines, and I'm not going to. I'm going to leave them all in service because, frankly, they are better off in service than not. Ooh. Right, let's go to ship design. Actually, whilst the submarines are building and whilst the French are percolating, let's go to battleship design, shall we? Let's do a battleship design before we go. No, poodles just pretend they're not. Poodles pretend they're not as interested in food. But they are. They're just as interested in food as all dogs. In fact, arguably more so. Because with that pretense comes a level of thought process. But yeah, if you go back to what I was saying, the it is better if they declare war on you. It's always better if they declare war on you. Oh, Drea's Table, 1916. That's a bit behind for my liking, but we can keep going. In terms of politics, how am I doing compared to the French?
They're highly disrespected naval regime. Their people are concerned. Their technology is very advanced, so I have to consider it equivalent to my own. Their crew pool. It gains less than me, but they have more than me in reserve. And the naval tonnage is not as far below mine as I'd like it to be. How long till those submarines enter service? Let's see. How long till the submarines enter service? The ones I'm building. 5 months. Let's skip through this as quickly as possible. Sorry. I keep getting messages which are pictures of food, which are potential options for lunch. All nice. Oh, that'll do. Definitely want that if I can get it. Getting radar by 1912 is good. I think they've done work with the game to try and make it more difficult to do things completely ahistorically. I think they seriously have worked with the game in this to try and prevent that. But I have to say also, I tend to produce a bit of a more balanced approach to tech because I like all my tech to be quite worked up together. Because I find it all fits in together quite nicely. And there's no point having radar rangefinders if I don't have long-range guns to deal with it, to really assist it. And on to the Mark II 15-inch guns, Mark III 14-inch guns, Mark I 16-inch guns. So yeah, I really should be pushing into that so that I can get some really good things going on there. And I want that mine laying fields up. I want that up. I want more minefields. I want to be able to put enough minefields around the French that the French to go, the channel is mined completely. I want them to think that they can't move ships through the channel at all. Hello, yes, you're back. You're gorgeous.
Hello, I am the poodle and I am in charge. I present requirements for biscuits. Lots of biscuits. Lots of biscuits. Don't I look good?
Sorry, I think I'm losing this battle. Let's put it this way. Oh! Let's see what the options are. What do they do? Ah, that's plus 4 unrest. I'm not sure.
Oh god, I can't actually read the screen.
Oh, oh, straight in my belly. Oh,
Hello. Oh, you're good. Don't need to say that. I was just about to build some battleships anyway, so I'm not really too bothered. That does make life fun. Ooh, that'd be fun. It's 1.5 on GDP. % on GDP is not too bad. I don't want to reduce GDP that much because it's useful to have the money. I don't fancy that, and I don't. That's just not good options. That. That's an effect on my budget suffering, which I don't mind my budget suffering on because I've got enough money coming in. That's my budget doing well, but GDP doing badly. And honestly, GDP doing better is more helpful for me. I have the stereoscopic rangefinder number 5 coming along. That should be useful. Let's see. Oi, caramba. I wonder if I've got a quadruple turret anywhere. Because if I can, I could make a super 14-inch gunship. Just to wind you up and make Vickers very proud. But I already have 13.5-inch guns in service, 15-inch guns, and 16.5-inch guns. Oh, I'm sure it was the incompetence of the French. Ooh. Good boy. Minehunter kit. Good boy. That's useful. We've got the Minehunter kit. Good boy. Right, let's get all these designs in service, get the submarines in service, and then I'm going to order some battleships. And that should keep me going for a bit. That should keep me going. And it should be a nice place to finish today.
Well, the cook is technically Marks and Spencer's, and technically it's in the oven because we had a whole load of. Because we were expecting to have a larger family occasion than we ended up having because of the family illnesses over Christmas. Basically, the freezer was chock full of stuff to quickly put in the oven for them. And it's basically my mum wants to free up the freezer space today, so quite a large chunk of M&S Partsy food is being put in the oven. And I'm told it's going to come out the oven at exactly 5 o'clock, so I need to be in there to make sure it's come out on time and fine. Cool. Yeah. Oof. Oof. What have you got today, Paul? You gonna lick my hand? You good boy. I think it's time to build some more ships. Shall we? Okay. Check on the research. What's going on? Don't need that to be doing research. And I can put that all. Well, I'll do all that. Then next month I can put all the most advanced tech in the ships instead of knowing that I'm going to be building them straight away with tech which I'm going to have to be upgrading the moment they launch. And I'm going to do that anyway because, as you always know, I always prepare a refit the moment I launch a ship, so that because the refit takes a lot less time to put together than the build does, especially when they're brand new. And the refit basically just goes, do you need better better radios, better better sighting, better this, better that? Yep. Is there better armor available? Yep. We're fitting that all in. Stop licking the mouse. I know you're reminding me. Oh, it's the 16-inch Mark IIs. Okay, that's good. Yes. Okay. This is gonna be good. Don't need that, doing that. Don't need that, doing that. Oh, rangefinders. Still not. What's coming through? What's coming through? Don't need that. Don't worry about that. I can leave all the rest. Just do this. 1,200 ships reserve, nearly 700 submarines. That's probably why some powers think they can actually fight me, because my fleet is so heavily submarine based. But let's be honest, I would not like to attack this fleet. Yeah, after a 2-year build, refit is essential. You're going to push technology forward. And most battleships are going to be roughly 2 years. Oh, good boy. Yay, rangefinder that has arrived. Don't need to worry about anything else, actually.
What's the shells coming through? Don't need to worry about that. Not the type of guns I'm doing. Let's go to ship design. Let's go to ship design. That's still burning up. Okay. New design. Okay. So, this is super battleship territory, I'm fairly certain. Let's see how big this thing is. Oh, it's going to be a Rodney class. I will take that. I want it to be as large a target as it can be, because this is going to be a 33 knot ship. This is going to have maximum beam, maximum draft. It's going to be oil fired. It's going to lead us a crop. The best anti-torpedo protection I can fit it with. Triple reinforced bulkheads, turtleback, anti-flood. It is going to have everything I can give it. Okay? Right then. Got 26 aiming speed. That. Now, I do realise I'm going to start trading things off very shortly, but I just want to build my dream ship and then I will start trading stuff down. So, what should we do now? I think first thing I do is this, which takes me down into the weight limit. I think I take it down to that. Mini bulkheads. That goes up to 9, doesn't it? And it goes up to... That's the highest it goes. So the thing is... I'm going to 16.5 inches. And I'm going to make that 16 inches. That 12. 8. That goes down to 6. 4. And I'm going to put that to 6 as well. Now, half weight offset. What else can we do? Oh, no, I haven't sorted out any of these. I really should have sorted out these first, shouldn't I? I want TNT 3. Cordite 1 will give me the longest range. I want increased shells. I want... super heavies. I want standard ratio. I want increased HE for that. Right on. I'm currently 3,000 tons overweight. But I do have a broadside of 12 6-inch guns and 15 16.5-inch guns. Well, that's probably the option, which I'm going to have to go down the road of, but...
That should make my rear sufficiently annoying for anyone to try and get near. I don't think anyone come up to the rear of me is going to go, I'm about to have 6-inch shells raining down on me. Yeah. So, foredeck. Hello. Hello, Green Avocado. Thank you for following the channel. Yeah. Basically, this ship is designed to, how do I put this politely? It escorts itself. So, why is the pitch going down? It shouldn't be. As I balance the two up, it should be balancing itself. What's going on here? Take that down and that balances all out. That'll do. Let's see if we can get that up to 22. Pitch is still 36%. What is causing the pitch? Does save on having a destroyer escort. It does. It certainly does. It's a case of, and your problem with me is what? Well, what did you want to say you had a problem with again? You get into torpedo range of this shit, there's a big problem going on for you. But pitch is 36%. What is causing the pitch? Two twin 12-inch, 4 triple 8.9-inch, and something like 10 twin 5-inch. Draft. It could be the draft. I'll deal with that in a second. Full weight offset 11.5%. Well. I reckon that's still got quite enough firepower to cover its rear. Anything else I want to add in?
quite like having a long range for these ships, because I have a feeling I'm going to be using them for things which require a longer range. Engine efficiency is now at 157%. $90, $85. And that gives us actually a bit of a saving weight. Still have very good engine efficiency. Can we go back to natural? Yeah, and that gives us a couple of 1,000 tons extra we can play with. What should we play with? Well, I think you all know what I'm going to play with, because you all know me. So I'm probably going to up that to 4, or maybe up that to 6. Let's see if I can get it to 6. Can I get out at 6? Oh. So what do we think? Do we think that's enough firepower for starters? Because I could always delete all 3 of these and stick in another 16.5-inch gun. Because let's see, that's what, 190 tons plus ammo weight. That's 220 tons plus this, plus these, plus all the stress on the hull. So that's what, you know. And the 16.5-inch guns aren't that heavy. They're only like 3,390, well, 3,689 tons in total. It will do until refit. Yeah, I know. I had the follow notification set up like that because Gareth the Brit, as he is on here, Gareth as I call him, kept telling me off for not noticing when people were following me, and I was sort of going, well, it just I came up with all sorts of reasons, but basically it's because I get so engrossed in the game, and so in the end I set that up so it would tell me. Not putting that in. It's quite like the idea of a 3-inch gun in the world. Let's see if I'm going to get a 2-inch gun. Yeah. And the 2-inch guns. Definitely not that level on the side armor. And they can have 1 inch on the top. But I am going to up them to having 9%. So they have the maximum range I can give them. Mainly because it's nice to have some 2-inch guns there. Just for the joy of, you know, going, we have a 2-inch gun there. That'll do. This is going to be the Romney class. Let's save design and let's build them. So they are, let's call it 86,000 tons. Just save on the maths. And we have spare capacity of, I think, enough to build probably 6. Probably I can churn out 6. I think I'll stick. Where should I stick them? Scalper flow?
Because 5 of them is 430,000 tons. So add on a sixth one, and that's 516,000 tons. And I think I have roughly 600,000 ton capacity limit to build on my construction load at the moment. Roughly. Probably should stick them in Plymouth, yes. Let me just check my finances before I order. Yeah, I have enough. I have enough capacity to build them. More than enough to build 6. And as normal, whilst I don't really bother with anything else, I do bother about the battleships are going to turn up, because everything else I just go. Portsmouth, I think. I know I don't usually put them in Plymouth, but I'm going to put them in Portsmouth this time because I feel like... And they're going to be built in 32 months, so, yeah. A little over 2.5 years they're going into service. Right, I'm going to say also as well to everyone, that's what Green Avocado's going, and I'm also going to go at the moment. I'm going to go and get some food, as it's now 5:05 and I'm told the food is out. And thank you very much everyone for watching, and I will see you later if you fancy it on Brew Ships. From 7 o'clock we'll be chatting about... I have no idea, but it's one of these piles of books. I cannot remember which one it is, but I have it noted somewhere. Thank you very much, everyone. Take care, and have fun. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Green Avocado. Thank you, Runon. Thank you, Gaza14. Thank you, everyone who's been watching. Malaga. Thank you, Jonathan Moon. Thank you... Well, thank you, Pulu. Thank you, Little Fluffy Cloud. And... Well, so was someone else? Oh, Ali Loves History. Thank you. And thank you everyone else who's been watching. It's been fun. Thank you. And thank you, Ibex. I always intend to build ships. And Blackbird 71 mid. And... Where the hell was someone? And Dr. Trophonius. Hello! And I know I'm saying thank you to everyone, and so you're not getting your food yet. But I'm making sure I say thank you to everyone. I like to. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Take care, and... have a nice time. So hopefully see you later. Take care. I'll let you. You saying goodbye? That's you saying goodbye. Oh, good lord, you're taking over again. Oh, poodles. Poodles. Always in the conquest business. Always in the conquest business. Oh, fish. Oh. Poodles. Da 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 da.